It seems like only yesterday that I was in this village in northern Afghanistan. I remember the first time I went there, it really felt like the end of the world. And then, after a while, you begin to realise that actually, it's the beginning of the world. This is how we all used to live, in small villages, ploughing the land and scratching a living from the soil. At least nowadays, these children have some form of education, albeit on their hands and knees. This is Mir. He was such a sweet boy from the very beginning, and he had such great ambitions. And this is me. And I decided in 2002 to follow his life. I guess to see, over the period of 10 years, whether his ambitions of being a headmaster or indeed president of Afghanistan would have even the slightest chance of being realised. It isn't easy filming in Afghanistan. And this was my first sight of Kabul in 2002. An utterly wrecked capital, an utterly wrecked country. But it is also a beautiful country, an hospitable country, and somewhere that for a filmmaker is full of possibilities. I wanted to go and follow the life of a child or a family outside of the capital, in the country. To do that, I had to have a colleague, often called fixers, but indeed much more than that. They're your translators, your cultural advisors, your security advisors, your friend. Without them, filming such as this is impossible.
Let's say that I want to show my son. So imagine he's talking to my son through that.
This is Sami. Sami is undoubtedly one of the best. And this is Shoaib. Shoaib I worked with for the latter half of the film because he also had the ability to film. And I wanted to get some more intimate material which I felt only an Afghan filmmaker could do. It's a beautiful country. I loved filming. It's hard not to get great location footage. It's hard not to get great interviews. But that doesn't make a film. Initially, with Sami, we travelled up to Bamiyan, and it's there that I found this wonderful boy, Mir. After a couple of years, he had gone back to the north, and that's where we tracked him down. Of course, nothing ever goes quite to plan, and it's vital when you film in a country like this that, well, you have spare tyres, good maps, lots of extra water, and, frankly, a sense of humour.
There's Selang Tunnel. So we're here.
Yeah, right here. And where we are right now.
And this is going to get bumpy.
But it is, of course, a dangerous country, and one can't just imagine that one day the film will be finished and in front of an audience and everything will be fine. It's actually much more difficult and much more complicated than that. And, of course, things can go badly wrong. This is a highly militarized country. Nevertheless, with Sami and later Shoaib, and the help of, well, any villager that was around and felt like helping out, we managed to get the film made. And indeed, as these pictures show, Mir was delighted to be part of the film, even if from time to time he wanted a little bit of bakshish. These pictures are now on his wall, proudly displayed as a commemoration for his time spent being part of the film. But it has to be said that one has to be very careful. He's not an actor. He's a real boy, a real person, and subject from time to time from bullying.
شاید اینجا که هستم میگم تو خارجی هستی امریکایی هستی افریقایی هستی.
It was important, therefore, that if we weren't going to get him into trouble, or indeed me into trouble, we not only gave gifts to the family, but we also rewarded the community. It's peer pressure that families such as this fear. So we would do things such as build a reservoir for the school or fix the school roof. Of course, that was just for the period of filming. You have another responsibility as a filmmaker, which is what's going to happen to your character when you finish.
Oh, the darts not from them enemy, Buto, enemy to Walam Asadi Khalimzo. Buto is all Bubar Biar.
There are those that say we shouldn't have interfered, we shouldn't have given them gifts or indeed from time to time money. That it's not the filmmaker's responsibility or role to interfere. My view is that we didn't interfere enough. I wish we could have interfered more.